I have another video a second ago where I was speaking about Harris, and she's punch drunk on power. And I forgot for a second what they were trying to hide. And it was what it was during what I was meditating. It occurred to me, both the Democrats and the Republicans are trying to hide the Epstein files. Now, it may not seem like it, but when you look at the bill allows Trump to do his normal game of moving the goalpost, as long as there are, and gives him the opportunity to do so, as long as it's under investigation, him and the Attorney General don't have to release it. Now, the Democrats will try to use that to say, oh, see, we're trying to get our people in so we can do that. But they can't, because their donors are the same donors of the Republicans. They're both Zionist donors. And it's not just the Zionists, it's still the same corporations and the corporations' owners, which are the oligarchs. Same shit, different pile. They're still doing the freaking dialectic rope-a-dope on the American people. Because the other thing is, all of Epstein's list were the same donors for both parties. And then you have, and then they're trying to say they're protecting King Charles, when Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth said for me to go after Charles because she couldn't go after her own son, because Charles, mainly it's Camilla, because it's Camilla that got the connections with Putin, and then first with the, what's it called? The paparazzi and those newspapers. That was Camilla, who killed through Camilla, then working with Charles, who used that to kill Diana. And then it was Camilla working with Charles, who flipped two of Her Majesty's courtiers. One of them, Charles has. He was 19 or something, and Charles ended up, they call the two insects, as Prince Harry called them, but Charles flipped that one to attack Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth, but Her Majesty couldn't bring herself to assassinate her son or bring him into jail for treason, which he's done on multiple occasions. So she's kind of put up with it, but I'm not supposed to put up with it. I have to put my foot up his ass, because it wasn't protect Charles that what I'm supposed to do. It's protect Prince William and Prince Harry. And Charles is going to say, well, I've gotten William wrapped up in his BS as well. And therefore, William is also, because William was aware of what was going to happen when they assassinated Her Majesty. And so he's going to say, well, you're going to have to say he committed treason. Well, technically he did. And technically, he should be removed and only his son be placed under stewardship until he comes of age. Technically. So that means Prince Charles is treason, Prince William is treason, and then Charles's brother, what's his name? It's not Andrew. I don't remember. Get the Duke of Edinburgh, whoever Charles raised at Duke of Edinburgh, which he did. It's why he waited so long. But then they're also working with the Democrats to attack me, and then using the East Indians as a go-between. So the East Indians get somebody who's like them to be president, and then you have Mossad, who's playing both the Democrats and the Republicans. And then you look at Kushner using the Saudis, and the Saudis get this one trap, get all of our technology to go to clean energy, as everyone's pulling just shit from us and just destroying us from within. They all know that Trump's so fucking corrupt, he doesn't even get it. And so that Harris is going to come as be the savior, say, oh, everything's all right, the same shit that Biden tried to pull, but then on the back end, still keeps screwing the American people over, the working class over, which weakens America from within. Because the reason we were so great during the 50s, because Eisenhower, and actually from the Great Depression, created that great society, created that large, strong middle class, and we could still have that middle class, and we could still have very rich people. But the thing is, these people want to control everything. They want to create a new feudal system, and they said it to our faces, and they're daring us not to stop them. And so, as I said in the last video, yesterday was the first day I actually got full 8 hours of sleep, or 7 hours of sleep. And that was because Harris was at Dick Cheney's funeral, which then informs me she's directly involved in the attacks. I know that they set up the last place where I was at, where they were using an East Indian, a Mossad agent, and a Saudi, and then also a DevGru guy. But I burned the DevGru guy. It took me a while to figure out the Saudis, and it was actually the next door neighbor who happened to say, hey, he said he was heading back to Saudi Arabia. I'm like, oh, isn't that interesting? And then they sent, the SEALs sent this chick to threaten that dude for telling me that. You know, this is the shit that they're doing. So, no, Harris doesn't deserve to be president. She has to be stopped, because if this is how she's behaving, she's just going to get fucking worse. She's pulling the Hillary Clinton. Oh, it's my turn. Get the fuck out of here. So you see, these are what's going on. And this is how the Democrats and the Republicans are playing everybody, and they're pushing out the working class, and they're turning us into a feudal system. They're a bit pissed off about me living. It was, they've stolen my technology. They've stolen my right to publicity. They're trying to steal my birthright. And mostly they're trying to kill me off, because there's no other way this ends. They either have to kill me, because I'm not going to shut up, or I complete my task. Because if they kill me, even if I was to shut up, then everyone's going to know something was wrong. Or they'll say, oh, okay, well, we got him. He's an idiot. He was just losing his cuckoos. That's not what's happened. Because everything I've said still checks out. Everything I've shown still shows the truth. And they would just said, oh, they got to him. That means they've probably physically gotten to me. Right now, they just did an attack where I kind of fell asleep. Because if they can get in and out in under, I've timed it in 15 minutes. If I fall asleep at 15 minutes, boom, they're in. And so they poison my knee, poison my back, poison my neck. They always hit the same 3 spots. All of that. My knee, so I can't move, and exercise to work out the poisons. My back, which completely was, as I was stretching out, it's completely dislocated. My body is and that also, and then my neck, because that pulls my left shoulder up, which then shuts down the rest of my internal organs. My body is essentially eating itself alive. And it's dissolving itself, and it comes out of my skin, and the smell's horrible, man. It's bad. It's like, I know I'm dying. I know they're killing me. So that's the other thing. I'm not going to die. If I die, it's not because of natural causes, no matter what the autopsy will say. So, This is what's going on. And oh yeah, and, well, there's something else with like the mechanics, thinking that they're just going to make it appear that I'm in, and then they're going to control me. That's not going to happen either. So we'll see if they still want me, because I'm not going to waste my time, because as an aristocrat, I don't need them. As a born aristocrat, which is something that Harris is not. Oh, actually, I don't know that part. But I'm fairly certain either she's not or her family was of a lower rank, traditional lower rank than our family. So she has to assassinate me. She can't just outrank me. And then you have Megan, Harry's wife's mom, who's thinking that she can get Harry back in, but because the prison industrial complex, they're going to try to kick William out of the king and put Harry in because he's controllable, and they'll control him through Megan, and that can't happen. Or if they do bring him in, she can't be a royal, because you can't have a criminal organized person who's a criminal, an unsanctioned criminal, as a royal either. That's the reason, in order to bring her back in and Harry back into the family, they need me to be higher ranked than them, because I don't have, and also I don't have any other, my affiliations, I don't have any criminal affiliations, which is what the prison industrial complex and all the bigot complexes that have been built up over the last 50 years, that's their greatest fear, because then it's like, black men are not, oh, there's a person, a black man or African-American man who didn't go to jail and then became successful, right? And they don't want that story, because they have, anytime an African-American man comes up, whatever, the Democrats go over and they set him up. So any person you've seen that's melanated in the United States, the Democrats have something they have on them, so they can always extract from them. I am fully independent. It's the other way around with my direction. They owe me. I don't owe them shit, because they've kept taking everything from me. That's why they had Diddy. That's why Epstein was, that's why they loved Epstein. Both Diddy and his parties, and Jay-Z and his parties. Same shit, different pile. So, all right, this has been too long. It's 13 minutes. Then again, I don't do TikTok, so I'm on TikTok. I'm on YouTube. So, and they've made it look like nobody sees my videos. But everywhere, everyone knows everything I'm saying. So this is just mostly for posterity. So recap, both the Democrats and the Republicans are playing the American people, spitting in our faces. Neither of them are going to release the PDF files. Okay? Or if they do, it's each one's going to try to pick and choose somebody to scapegoat. Meanwhile, protecting the rest of that, all these other horrible people. And apparently I'm the only one who is not connected to this web of BS, who can elevate above it and take everyone out. So they have to kill me to stop me. And if I fall, I need you to understand what's going on and do your best to regain power from these absolutely horrible people I won't even really call human beings, who've gained power in our country because of unlimited money. The voting rights has to go through to put these people in their place. All right. Peace. And may the force be with you.